2 more cameras to run, I'm done.
Well, what do you think about this crap with Dr. Holden? Did Hope show you that last thing?
Well, he sent me one this morning here.
You think I ought to reply or just...
Nah. He'll get with you when you go.
Well, I don't want to...
He's out of town.
I don't want to sit here and make him mad.
No, he said the way he talks, he's going to get with y'all. He wasn't replying just to y'all. He's just copying y'all. He was replying to Scooter and we're copying it to y'all. And he said he's gonna initiate contact with y'all when he gets back.
Let's see.
So I wouldn't worry about it.
Thanks for the response, is what it says. Evaluators identified asbestos without testing to verify. What does that mean? And I do not want to receive the insurance. I do want to receive the insurance policy covering hazardous materials in KC.
Well, I haven't seen that part. Is that a response?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is like my 4th email.
Today?
Well, no. This is two
today.
today.
The only one I've seen is the one that he's copying you and all that. He's not talking to you.
2 today.
You're just copying. He's going Scooter and Bill are talking back and forth.
Okay, here's it. Also, insurance policy KC provides covering me as a trustee if lawsuits are threatened. And then he's got, have you received training regarding hazardous materials, protocols, remediation, and disposal? None of us have received training on anything, right? I've never been trained.
That's just Scooter being Scooter.
I know, but I'm just saying, I ain't never seen no training on nothing. I mean, we went down there when I first got director, and we did that class, and all it talked about was
the correct way to report.
To report, yeah, violations and stuff. It didn't say anything about handling it because we're not supposed to handle it. But
the correct way to have it, do it, the correct procedures and getting it abated.
Well, I don't, like I said, I don't remember.
Reporting procedures.
So is he talking to Dr. Hoda, or is he talking to Dan, or is he talking?
He and Dr. Hoda are talking to each other.
Okay.
So you can see who's being addressed, and it's being copied to you.
This was sent to Dwayne.
Huh?
Dwayne, Dan, and this is actually to us. This is not copied. We're actually sent to us. We're in the top line. We're in the 2s.
Yeah. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Bill will get with you when he gets back in town. And then Dan, I wouldn't worry about that. Dan, all that kind of crap.
Well, like I said, I didn't like some of his answers. I mean, basically, if you go back to Scooter's original ones, is there any need for revision in our budgeting?
He said no.
He said no, but, I mean, we know we got to clean all that stuff up. You got the lagoon, you got all the stuff on campus. We got to set up programs for disposal. There's no way the budget that they gave me of like whatever it is, $15,000 is going to cover all of that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's something they'll worry about.
And then does it have EPA have jurisdiction? He did answer that one good.
Yeah.
And then who all is being exposed to asbestos on the campus pending remediation? What the hell is remediation? Is that where we're waiting on the EPA auditors to get back in with us?
I guess, I don't know.
Because, I don't understand what remediation is.
I don't think Scooter understands what all is going on.
Well, the way I understand remediation is where they came out and they did this, and then we've got to fix it. Okay. And I understand where, and then he asked, what are the claims from the limits from insurance? Well, that's a Dwayne and Dan deal. They don't have nothing to do with us.
I don't worry about it.
Well, I know, but
Bill will get in touch with you, and then you have to worry about that.
I know, but why is he even going to be in touch with me? We do exactly what Dan Beach. Mine and your protocol, let me go through our protocol. Mine and your protocol is we identify it, and then we go to Dan, and then since Dwayne is over the budget, is this not correct? Then he goes back and he tells us whether to don't mess with it, just leave it the way it is, or get a survey done and get bids, and then he either has the right to approve it or not approve it, according to what Dwayne says, or we do the midnight.
It's really out of our heads until we're the.
I know, but my thing is,
we're the first responders, whatever.
I know. So technically, exposed, they make the decision. You're right, they make the decision.
The exposure, nobody's really exposed to non-friable stuff. I mean, it's not in the air, it's not.
I know,
but that stuff in the deal, if you go over and start messing with it, yeah, you're exposed.
Okay, well, what about when we sanded the tops at the ES? That was exposure. We are having some exposure.
Well,
I mean,
that stuff is not to be known. That's Dan's no-no stuff. So we don't.
Well, I know, but
We don't.
So how do you tell Dr. Hoda without telling Dr. Hoda? Because I assume Dr. Hoda already knew. Because, I mean, hell, here's my thing with the Dr. Hoda thing.
I would ask Dan what Dr. Hoda knows. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right.
I don't think he knows.
Let's just take, this is my question. And the reason why I'm asking this, because this was all in the paper. Okay? The house in Longview. We'll just take that one as an example. The house in Longview was supposed to be getting tore down. Miss Fowler came and she gave me the paper to sign to go to the city to get the approval for it to be tore down. Okay, what's the first thing that they ask you every time you do a demo in freaking Longview? Is there asbestos? You can't break wind in Longview without hitting asbestos, right? Or without them having to prove that you ain't touching it. Is that not correct? They're in everything. We got to have a licensed plumber. And that's what it's supposed to be. But you got to have all that, correct? Okay.
In the Longview, technically, an institution work for itself, we don't have to be licensed.
I know. I'm just saying, but Longview requires it.
It's required.
Okay. So the first thing I do is I go over there and we send that off, and then I go look at the house. Then I tell, well, Miss Fowler first, but then I told Dan that yes, it has fiber. I think we even talked about it, and you said that there was hot materials in there, and they were everywhere in there, right?
Well, that's what I know. Some sort of tile probably was hot.
Okay. Well, there was.
Shingles on roof or not either.
So then I went back and I told Dan that, and then he said, well, he'll go talk to Dwayne, because I asked him if he wanted me to put it out to bid. And then he said, well, he'd have to go talk to Dwayne. This is Dan. So then Dan takes it to Dwayne. Dwayne says he'll handle it, take care of it. So then Dan Beach comes back and he tells me, well, Dwayne's going to take care of it. Now, what I was told is that Dwayne went out and put it out to survey, or got a survey from, I think it was ERI, may have been Brady. One of those come out, did an inspection, and they was going to do a survey, and then they was going to put it out to bid. But then we got busy with the hospital, and no pressure, no heat was on that. So I guess Dwayne sat on it and didn't do nothing.
That's what he always does.
I know he sits on it every time. He always, whenever we have EPA crap, he ham-hauls around until you can't freaking get nothing done. It's like he does it on purpose. But,
pretty much your problem.
Okay, so then we do that, and then basically I get thrown back under the bus because then Scooter and Nut and all them, they throw a little tissy about the expansion in Longview, and we got it in the paper. That's when Dr. Hoda and the city got in the pissing match, right? Oh, it's the city's fault we're not moving forward because they won't let us tear the building down. And then the city says, no, we've already gave Dalton, in bold letters, I got the letter from Dr. Hoda, that we'd already gave Dalton permission to tear the building down. Dalton was took out of the loop. Okay, Dalton got put to the side from Dan, and then Dwayne was supposed to pick it up. Okay, well, then Dwayne picks it up and throws it back on me, okay? But my thing is, if he's already done a survey, and you've already know that there's asbestos there, okay, then that goes into the paper, and the city says they ain't requiring an asbestos survey. They can consider it residential. Okay, well, how can you consider a house residential when we're a college entity, and we've owned it for how many years?
10 years.
10 years. Okay, how can you consider that residential? But, okay, I understand that. And not have to do asbestos, abatement. Okay, and here's my next question. From what little I know about asbestos laws, once you know it's there, you got to take it out. Because they threw it back on me like I hadn't done my job. Of course, it was on Dwayne's desk. And then they turned around and, okay, why ain't you got this done? Okay, well, get it done from, I think it was, who was it that did over here at the LA? Was that Bob?
Yeah.
I tried to get them to do it. They said they couldn't tear it down until it was abated. Once it was abated, then they could take care of it. So every freaking contractor, mob, and there was, I only asked two. One other one, I can't remember the name of it. I asked them, and they said they couldn't touch it till it was abated. And then Dan said, well, don't tell them that it has asbestos in it. And just try to find a mom and pop. Of course, that's the Dan deal, under the little counter. So what I do, I go out, and first, I know it's hot, so I try to get Powell to move it off and just take the house. You see what I'm saying? Because if he moves it, then it's his problem. He bought it. It's his house. But anyway, that was going to cost too much. And I was just going to pay him like $7,000 or $8,000 to move it. Okay, but that was going to cost more because I had to cut the top and I had to get more permits. So anyway, whoever it was that Powell hired tore the damn thing down. But we didn't notify the state. We didn't do anything. We didn't do nothing right. He didn't wet down the side. He didn't even bother to wet down the damn side because we didn't tell him nothing. So when he's talking about exposure, should I tell him that?
No.
Why, he knows it. He knows it was hot.
Who?
Dr. Holder.
I want to talk to him about all this stuff. And just let him have it. Let him have it. I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, all that wouldn't worry me so bad if it wasn't for freaking Leon Dodgen coming up here and telling me not to have people come to his house.
Well,
and then
it's probably how much that stuff's out there.
Well, I've read some of those
reports. We haul something out there and put it in wash cloths and all kinds of stuff like that.
Oh, let me get my car. Alright, oh, that's Kilgore's card. There you go.
The Bank of Dalton.
The Bank of Daddy. I know, but
I need a free bank.
no, you just take it from me. I got money. I mean, who was Dr. Holder the president when Leon Dodgen was here?
No.
Who was the president then?
Right now, Watson.
So was it Watson having Leon do all that?
Yeah, Watson was the president when he first started. Then it was Burt Woodruff. And then Mr. Thornton.
Are these men all dead?
Yeah, Randolph Watson's dead. Burt Woodruff is dead. Randolph Watson will probably be in prison because we worked on his house and then at the farm, building fence and everything else.
He's the one that's dead.
Property. He's dead. Burt Woodruff's dead. Dr. Thornton's gone. He probably didn't know anything about it at all. That was kind of like the end.
I know, but so you saying that Dodgen did it on his own? Why would he do it on his own?
Just to get rid of stuff. Just to get out there. More stuff out there. He just said, y'all haul this out to my place. Up there, took dump truck loads and we busted up the floor and Dalton when we redid that bottom floor. We hammered all that tile and everything up. Wheelbarrowed out to the dump truck and I hauled it out to his farm and put it back up to wash places and dumped it. There was stuff sitting around everywhere out there. Old units and all kinds of stuff.
So he's a pack rat, kind of like Perry, just saves everybody.
Yep.
But why would he want old asbestos?
Just out there. I don't know what he's doing with it. I don't know if he put it in field, like wash those wash spots. But there's stuff, a lot of stuff out there.
I guess I'm just going to have to wait on Dan and quit worrying. Like I said, if he would quit emailing me, then I would.
You're in the loop. You're in the. You're like my family when they're going to text. You're in the thread. They're going to keep including you. They're just going to keep responding, and everybody's going to get that reply all. And everybody's getting it. They're talking. So I wouldn't worry about it.
I know.
You're one of the smaller fishes.
Smaller fishes.
The big fish, Holder, and Dan's the next big fish. Dwayne's the next big fish. So what about? Don't make you sick over it.
Well, I already got high blood pressure.
Did you change the time? I need to clock out to 12:30.
Okay.
On your TV here. I was clock out. One time I left, I looked up there and I said, I need to clock out. So
I'll fix it.
All right, thanks, sir.
So we'll finish at 2 o'clock. 2 cameras will get done. Oh, Marvin Holmes would like for you to kind of tell her, give her a ballpark figure of what it's going to take to fix all that AC stuff up there. All the leaks and things. She's trying to make a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan.
Okay.
She wanted to visit with me on a bunch of stuff on the ceiling.
The problem with the Pearl Museum is the same thing we have everywhere. And we've actually legally abated.
Well, the old museum didn't
Some
have
of-
anything.
There was some in there.
And it wasn't supposed to be.
On those valves and stuff.
It wasn't supposed to be actually asbestos. That's a 1980 building.
Well, maybe that building won't be so bad. I have to go back there and look at the survey and verify that. I guess from now on out, that's what first thing I'm going to do is go back there and get the survey. I wish.
She was just wanting to know. She's trying to make a plan.
I know.
And she said, Dan, about kind of blew me off the other day a little bit. And I said,
that's because I gave Dan. I told him it's going to cost, to upgrade that building, we're looking at $1 million. I mean, truthfully, we're looking at $1 million because you're not going to do the AC.
yeah.
And that's like I told Dan. I said, depending on how you fix it.
She's going to paint in the office area. She's going to do a little bit of painting.
Well, it depends on if we do the Dan plan, or if we put it out to bid. It's going to be $1 million if you put it out.
She just needs to know a number. She's trying to make a plan.
Right.
Put together a plan for 5 years, 10 years. What she's going to. Trust me, get some things done. Keep it from falling apart.
I have another question. I was reading through that book back there since all this is coming up. But all these roofs around here, and in those plans back there, all those roofs, the black tar in there was supposed to be assumed hot.
On some of them, but see,
But we didn't.
The roofers come in there and do that. That's part of their deal. They know.
Do we have records of them testing it? Do we have records where we told them which buildings were assumed hot?
They know. You still got those?
No.
Yeah, you do. But, fire skipper, you got the one on the marriage.
We're still talking.
I didn't want it. There's about 4,500 clothes.
Shut the door and sit down.
I gotta go. I gotta take 2 tables to the ball, and I'm taking Perry over to pick his truck up.
Okay. Well, me and you gotta talk some too.
Okay, as soon as I get back from over.
Okay.
Because all I was gonna do is go to the warehouse and start straightening up over there.
Because I'm waiting out on the newest email.
I'll be back. No, you didn't want to cost you before I leave?
Where's it at? I went there and looked at it. I wasn't going to dig in nobody's cabinet. Door was cabinets.
It's in my that 2-drawer file cabinet. One of them drawers in the back. I'll go get it right now before I leave.
This one.
Alright.
There's a million plugs for
Where at?
up there. Testing. I put those big old transformer things. I can't get the 2 up in that 6 gang, and I gotta have 1 more for another set of cameras. They're now they got a blue transformer. They got a 4 little boxes there. Gotta plug in 1 more. I don't have the spots.
I'll go get it.
Anyway, I'm probably stressing over nothing.
I think you are.
I know, but, it's kind of like, I know, I worry. But, it's kind of like this EPA audit stuff. Well, if we report stuff, we're supposed to receive amnesty or whatever it is. But we didn't report anything. Dan didn't report any of that crap. And basically, leaving Huck out of the loop, you know what I'm saying? Because Huck wasn't going to get rid of anything, but, basically left it to me to get rid of all that crap. You know what I'm saying?
Well, nobody knows better than those guys, right? The ones that don't really want it, and nobody else knows it.
I know nobody else knows it. But still.
Thank you, sir. No problem. Would you go over and keep these women busy when we
Keeping women what busy women?
testing like
Testing. If you'll go down and take care of Judy.
That's what you could beat her with.
I'm probably just worried with this surgery and stuff. And Colton's wife leaving him and everything got me all hyped up. And then Dan coming back on Monday, and I got a big old pile of tickets, and I've been in trouble over the bills.
We just over that one.
I know, but I shouldn't have been
I
in
got
trouble.
a $2,300 bill. He said, he told me, he says, I just so good, I don't want to work out more than anybody else. On these bills, stuff like this. That's why I don't do that until he gets out. I did this one because he told me to.
And he does that, and then when the bill comes in, he gets a little...
It was $320, you get 3 extra plugs and G10, I did that. That's done. It was $2,300 to have 7 lights, but we're getting on 1 light credit because we don't need 6. So it will be cheaper.
This is at the hospital?
Yeah, be cheaper.
Yeah,
and it just walk way down through there.
And see, that's another thing. We did the stuff at the hospital. But ain't they under a different set of rules than us?
Probably the hospital part is.
I know, but how can you separate the two?
Yeah, that's what Ron is saying.
I mean, especially on the asbestos stuff. I mean, I know all you removed was the base. Well, they cut out a bunch of stuff.
But they did.
Mosby and them cut out. You know, they had those links in there, and all the joints were hot, and then they cut. And they do that crap in the damn dumpster in front of everybody.
Nobody ever said anything about it. I know one Mexican that worked for transit come up to me had the door shut. I was in there.
The Mexican guy?
Business? No.
No. Well, it was from transit, though. And what about Larry's guys? They're out there doing the hallway. Wasn't that Black Masters? Wasn't that hot? Where Larry was doing out there? You know what I'm talking about.
Upstairs on the second floor?
I guess. He pulled up that floor and it was all black and he had that big old router machine on there eating it up. And I think all that was that Black Mask. I'm pretty sure it was.
We did pull this from the second one because that's why we put carpet on the floor, wood floor.
No, this may have been the first floor. We was going into that new area that we renovated for them. When you went around that hallway, they were right there in that hallway.
Oh, that's where in the area H, the first one we did.
Yeah.
And that was the new part. That wasn't hot. That was part of the new part of the hospital.
Okay.
That one. The old original hospital was that straight through those two wings to the south were pretty new. So all that stuff was not hot.
Well, I just wish they'd quit all this crap and let's get through it. I'm tired. I'm tired. And the dadgum Dalton Auditorium.
It's all not a problem. And the HVAC was abated back when we took all that chiller out. They didn't abate all stuff in the wall. They abated the stuff.
They didn't do that stuff in the ceiling either, though.
The ceiling, well, that's not a problem right now because it's...
Okay, well, explain to me exactly what non-friable is.
Friable is it's sealed. Now, friable is...
The pictures of it in that book are not where it's sealed. It's all open.
Well...
It looks horrible. Looks like raccoons have been tearing it up.
Now, a lot of that stuff was taken out back in the 90s. When they put those first 2 chillers on there.
Well, the pictures I seen look like it's up in that crawl space right above the audience. And it looks like a raccoon has went down through there, I guess where they've been crawling on it.
They abated all they could. They abated what they could.
Well, this looks like a raccoon has come through there and stripped all of it.
Inside the chases and stuff.
Right.
So even the annex was all abated. Not the annex, but the hall side. It was all that stuff hanging in the ceiling. That was all, as best as they could and took all that stuff out. When we renovated it, we tore the floor up.
Even on that thing up there, the quads, even the old eaves and overhangs are freaking hot. All those ceilings. Every time we've had Mike and Mitch go over there and cut them air handlers out, all that's hot according to that book back there.
And the sheetrock on the inside is not, but maybe some of the
No, it says on there that all that is hot.
Then you go back and it says that, then you go back and read the report, and sometimes it says not. It's negligible or whatever. It's not. It's below that whatever percentage, 0.7 or 1 point whatever. It's below a certain thing I've worked at, but it's above the whatever. So there's a percentage in there. You have to.
I know. All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm sorry to bother you, include you in my nervous mess, but
you gotta talk sometimes.
I know I gotta let it out.
You gotta let it out.
Like I said, but I hate not giving Dr. Holt an answer.
He's not. He said he's gonna talk to you next week when he gets back.
I know.
So,
but then he gonna say another one. So
still. Goes back and he said he's gonna talk when he talks to Dalton.
Well, he needs to talk to Dan and Dwayne. He don't need to talk to me.
I'm sure he'll talk. Probably he's gonna.
Because I don't really feel comfortable telling the man this stuff.
I want Dan and just talk to Dan and Dan will handle it. It's all you.
I just do what Dan says. See what you're telling me is just do what Dan says. When he says do it, everything will be all right, right?
Be out of your court. It's off your back.
Okay.
Just do what Dan says.
Well, it's been that way so
far.
far.
I've done what Dan said, even though I know it's wrong. I've done what Dan says. So, a lot of stuff I know, just like when we're getting that stuff out of it, I knew it's wrong. And I've done that. Same thing with Jerry. I knew it was wrong going in at night.
Well, why did Jerry do it? That's another thing. Who had Jerry going doing that crap? Why did he even care?
I think he just did it because.
I mean, it has to come from Dwayne.
I don't even know if he told anybody that he didn't want anybody to know. He had to say.
But why? He don't get nothing for it.
And he didn't make me come. He says, "Would you do that for me? Just come in at night, and bag it up, and get out of it, seal it up, protect yourself." I had gloves, had the full face shield, had the tie-back suit, everything covered.
I know.
And then I washed it down with water.
Okay.
But it wasn't right. It was all under the covers. He was needing to get something fixed in there. I think somebody was back about some AC or something. And he didn't have time to wait for the 10-day waiting period and then however long it took him to come in and abate it. We did abate some equipment rooms.
I know. That's another thing that pisses me off. Why do we always do a little bit of abatement to make it look like we're doing it right, and then we'll do the rest of it to finish it up? To get on the project.
You want to do equipment rooms?
Why don't we just bake all of the damn stuff? I don't understand why we're freaking cheap.
You go in there and do the whole equipment room. If you're gonna be in equipment
why do they do that crap? I mean hell.
If you want to do equipment room, you need to work in equipment room. It needs to be available. You can make it all.
But you agree with me.
Money
should not be a motive to take care of your employees and do stuff right. Especially when we got, what was the budget last year, 53-something million?
It seems like at night over there.
So you're talking about $9,000 to $10,000.
I took everything out. I mean,
do what?
And out of bottom old main, I took it all out.
But why would you take it all out of the old main? When it probably back then, it probably didn't cost that much. How much did it cost? What years was this?
Late 90s.
Okay. But, hell, I just got out of school. I mean, hell.
Late 90s, somewhere there.
So, I mean, but the price has probably quadrupled since then. I don't understand why they just didn't freaking... To me, it's peanuts. We're arguing about peanuts over a bake. It's just stupid. It's just, the liability is too high, and it's just stupid. It's retarded.
I know where that Dan was coming from, because he wanted to...
I know, Dan was over here in the hospital. But and he was under pressure with the Dalton because Shelley Wayne was, oh my God, throwing her pissy fit about the Rangerette Rebels. But you know what? So what if the Rebels didn't go on time that year? We could have moved it back a month, and what would it have made a difference?
Oh, it's a life-threatening, life-changing.
Oh, and it still could have been. It still could have been a month later.
Yeah, I know.
And while we had the people there doing it by law and doing what's right, why don't we just go ahead, since this is the 4th time this has happened? It happened on both halls, it happened in the center mezzanine, and it's happened 2 times on the bottom part down there. Why don't we just go ahead and do it right and bite the damn bullet and pull the crap out? Pull it out!
Johnson is completely renovate all the stuff and completely renovate the stage and completely renovate the seating. It's embarrassing.
Well, not just that, but if you look up at the ceiling where it's painted dark, you can see the cracks. And then they got that loud music in there. I just think we're just peppering them people in there. I know I'm probably just way off in left field, but you know what I'm talking about? For the cracks and all that stuff? I think we've been poisoning, or not poisoning, what do you call it? Exposing people to crap for forever. Forever. Anyway, I'm gonna take me a pill. I need a Xanax. I'm stressed out. Maybe I'll just chill out. Alright. Bye, Murphy.
Dave's gonna be through in about another 15, 20 minutes of his time. That's his on this.
Okay. I guess we'll send it in.
The back door, I'm going to kill the rest of the last hour here at the shop. Sweep the barber shop and make sure no nails picked up around. So I'll be coming up here in a minute trying to get some